Hello everyone. Welcome to my Linux lab at InfoLearn. So let's try to do some more practice today in our Linux. Today, what I planned for our practice in the Linux, the topic is file connecting or file linking. So example, link or connect files or folders in Linux system. So this is actually our question and how we can do that. So let's try to do this task in practice. Very first, we try to create our lab 3. So today we are doing the practice in our lab 3. So I can make this directory and we can go into this directory with cd. So now guys, how we can do that? So first of all, we have to create always a practice directory and we can go in that directory and we can do the practice accordingly. Okay. Now, so first of all, we have to create the file. So how you can create a file? I try to print some value, example 40. So I can print on the screen, but I'm redirecting into the file example number.txt. So I can give a short name num.txt. So now I want to see here, I can print very easily my file value. Okay. Now how we can create a link of this file? So we have a very nice command in the Linux, ln command. So ln command, and after then give the input file. So you want to create a link of which file? This number file. Okay. Now give the second file name. Example, I will give the name hard. Okay. And here you can write hard.txt. So what will happen here? So this is my original file, which I created now. And in this file, I have only number, that is 4040. Now I have created a hard.txt. What does it mean? This is a new file actually. Okay. If I do enter here, so what will happen here? So system create a new file, that is a hard.txt. What is the original file? Name.txt. I want to print. How I can print? Give the ls command, listing, and we have some option. L mean to say list, I mean to say inode number. So inode number is the data structure which hold the file information and the address as well. So now please see this output comes here. So there are some stuff here. Example, this number is important to understand. What is this number? I told you this is the inode number. What is the name? Inode. So this is a data structure which hold the file information and metadata. Okay. So please see this number is 17583309006 for new file. Please notice this number is again same for my original file number. That means it's just like the same inode number. So guys, if I'm going to create a hard link, so I'm created just here the hard link. So hard link always have the same type of a inode number. Okay, now I have connected two files. Now why we connect two files? So if I change this file, the changes will be in this file, target file. This is a hard file. If I change in the hard file, the changes will be in the original file. So let's try to see how we can see. So I want to show you how I connected two files. Example here. So what's inside the hard? Okay, so you see in my original file has the one number and second file also has the some number. Now I want to change any of the file. Example echo. I want to add example 100. So this operator will append which file? Number. Can you see right now? I want to change my original file. So now what will be the new value into the original file? This is the original file. But if you notice, I didn't change this hard file. So what will be the system will does for us? Look here. So system will always change the your hard file as well. That means it is connected, right? So now let's try to update your hard file. So example, you want to add 200 in the hard. Can you see? I'm appending 200 into the hard. Look here. Now, what's the new value in the hard? 3 numbers. And please see this time, what will be the new value into the original file? Same. So it is proved that both files are connected. It is true, right? And second is both file has the same inode number. Can you see right now? Hard text file is the inode number, which is the same as with the our original file. Now, what will happen if I will remove the original file? How I can remove the file? rm command, rm mean to say remove the original file. What is the original file name? Name.txt. So what will happen in the system? Still, there is a hard link, hard.txt is in the system. So why it is happening? Because both files are denoting the same type of a inode number. So if you remove the first one, the second will be remain as it is here. So practically it is just like a copy command here. Okay. So now if you want to see, so what does happen here? That means your file is saved here. Okay. So you can create a file and you can connect the file very easily. So dear students, it is called the hard link. So what is the, again, we are trying to say this is the hard link. So hard link basically point the directory to the inode of the file and it cannot link the directories. So let's try to create a directory mkdir test. Okay, now if I try to create a link for this directory, example test2. See, can you see? That means it is not allowed. So the difference is it is only for creating the link only for the files, but it is not creating the link for the directory. It is true. Second is it's denote the same inode number. Okay, guys. So this is basically our hard link. Now, there is one more link that is called the soft or symbolic link. This is important. So let's try to create it. How we can create? So let's try to create example. You are, writing this hi word into the file example name.txt. So what's in the name.txt? This hi word you have entered just. Okay, now you want to create a again link. This time we are going to create a symbolic link. So ln command with which option? S. S mean to say symbolic link. So what is the target file? Name. This is actually original file. Now you want to create a new file, example soft.txt. Okay, so what will happen? It will create a soft.txt. It's okay. Now again, if you give a ls command, ls-li, see the difference. So I want to show you, can you see right now here? So it show the pointer. It is true because we are creating the symbolic link that will actually point out the original file. Okay, can you see right now? It point out the original file. So second important difference is inode number is a example here 17583309222. That means 22 here. Okay, this is for the, it is very different to this 12. So what is the original file name? Okay, and here inode is change. That means in a soft link, in a symbolic link, always we have two different type of a inode. Okay, now what we can do here more, let's try to check again. Is it connected or not? How we can see example name. What's in the name? We have a hi word and we have the next is example soft. So what we can see here, again we have the hi word, right? So let's try to change any file you want to change. Example, you want to add hello world in the example link file. So what will happen in the link file? It is change. And what will happen into the original file? It is also change. Again, it is proved that it is connected. Same like a heart. But the difference is it is a soft link. And how we can see the more difference, which is the most important difference. First difference I show you, the inode is the different in the case of soft link. And it was same in the case of hard link. Okay, now second difference is, let's try to create a one more directory. So we have a directory. I think how we can check a directory? I think we have file command and check. We have a directory ln -s and then test. Now create example new test. So what is a new test? This is a new directory, okay, which is actually the creating the link here of a test. Yes, it is executed. Now you have no error. That means second difference, you can easily create a link directory with the ln command. So this is again a second difference. Okay, now one more important difference, what will happen when I remove the original file? So let's see how many file I have. I have this such a file right now in my lab practice. So I want to remove which file? Original file, which was name. Let's see. It's okay. Now it is removed. Now you check it here. Name is no more in the system. But what is happening here? Soft.txt still in the system. Okay. You can also check with the li command. Look, ls-li. Can you see right now? So which file we removed? Name.txt. Can you see? It is removed from the system. But it is showing that it was the original file of the link soft.txt. That means somewhere it is pointed out. Okay. So now what will happen into if I example print soft.txt? Because original file name has been removed. So what will the answer? Answer will be no such file or directory. It is true because we already removed it. How we removed it here? Okay. And it is no more there. If I want to print this one, then there is nothing. So practically it is link is broken. It is destroyed. Okay. So original file is, if you remove the original file, the link will be destroyed. Okay. So now this is basically the difference between the soft link and hard link. Okay. And now I want to show you one more. Let's see, try to do a little bit more practice. So what will happen if I will add into the soft file example here? Can you see if I do, there is nothing. So what I will do here, example, I want to write a new word example, thanks, into the soft. So what will happen? Look here, thanks word is written into the which file? Soft.txt, which was actually the soft link. Okay. But did you see it was connected with the, it was pointed out the original file. So let's try to see the again magic here, li. Can you see it is revoked, it is revived again here, right? So original file is came back, and now what I can write here? Original file C. So what will happen? Original file will also contain the same value which we put in the soft. So what is the difference? So practically this is the real link. This is the symbolic link which is connected. Okay. So now try to see one more. I want to show one more difference here. When you give li command, then please notice here, this time the name inode is 12, which is here, and again 22. It is again a different. So dear students, please have a look. So what we had today, so we tried to create the link, or we tried to connect two files. First file we created with the help of a very simple echo command. Then we apply the ln command here. Okay, ln. If we don't use any switch, then it create the hard link. If you use the ln s, it will create a soft link. Okay, so what was the difference? Hard link always point out the inode of the file, and in the case of hard link, the inode number will be the same. We saw. Okay. Second, it cannot connect the directory. We also proved it. Okay. And also we seen if the original file deleted, the hard link still access the system. That means still like a copy file we have. But what is in the case of soft link? Soft link basically point out the file name and path as well. And it can also help us to create a linking the directory. Actually, it is a link. Same like in a window, we have a shortcuts. Please think about that. Okay, so what happened if we remove the original file? Link has been removed. Okay, so guys, I hope you can get the idea in the Linux system how we can link or connecting two files, and you understood very well in the hard link and soft link difference in the Linux system. And if you have any question and if you have any query, please don't hesitate to ask me in the comment section. And I hope you will do the good practice. Yeah. Okay, and see you in my next lab. Thank you very much. Bye.